What is up, my witches and warlocks? It's your boy Perky Wizard here. On today's video, we are going to be painting a miniature, kind of miniature, I'll show you here in a bit, but it's going to be a Magic the Gathering Galazeth Prismari. And this guy is kind of huge, but definitely going to be cool. I'm excited to paint it, and I am ready. But before I get to the painting, I just want to say thank you all for subscribing and liking the videos. We are currently at 19 subscribers, which is crazy. So I just want to say thank you all so much. But let's go ahead and get into that video of the painting. I'm going to use a time lapse on this one just because it is a bigger, and kind of want to work on shortening some of the videos so they're not an hour long. But let's get to it. Alright, so I'm just going to point out the Perky on the board, but right now I'm just going to let you know that I put the blue tape around the clear bit that makes it look like it's kind of flying. And then right now all I'm doing is grabbing that purple and black, putting them into my airbrush with some thinner, just to make sure that it is thin enough to actually come out of the airbrush. And then you're just gonna see me put the little Perky Wizard on there. But adding some more purple just to make sure it's a color that I like. Stirring it up just to make sure everything is even in there. Add a little more paint thinner. Alright, test her out. Here we go. So right now all I'm doing is kind of going through and putting the purple all over as a primary color. Alright guys, so right about here my airbrush decided it was gonna jam up and clog for a minute, so I'm just working that out, but should be back at it. Alright, so I ran out of paint, so time to refill up. Just adding some purple and a little bit of black again. I'm just gonna mix it up, make sure everything is good. And I'm gonna cover the air hole, just kind of get some of that paint that's in the back out of there. But I think whatever was kind of clogging up the inside of my airbrush, I believe, got unclogged or was loosened up, because now my airbrush decided it was gonna just go really crazy on the spray pattern, but then it jammed up again. So just fixing that real quick, and there we go. And then with the primary, I'm just kind of putting it all over the dragon. I'm not too worried about not getting it anywhere, because later on we'll just go over the other spots where I'm going to add other colors. So right now it's just get everything as purple as can be. Which so far I believe the airbrush and whatnot is doing a pretty good job at getting in all the cracks and crevices. So right now I'm just refilling up some paint. Accidentally put in a little bit too much of the black paint, so trying to use as much purple as I can to even it out, and then a bunch of paint thinner. But I finally got it, so back at it too. And right now we're just kind of adding in that new purple color, just because it is a little bit darker than the rest, but honestly I think that's completely okay. It just kind of adds depth, which is really cool. But now I'm just kind of going over some of the other purple areas, adding that darker purple, which looks really cool. Alright, so right now all I'm doing is just kind of moving the camera out of the way so I can grab a little jar there, so that way I can save some of that purple and get it all in there for possibly another paint in the future, because I really dig that purple color. And just making sure I clean out the airbrush here just so that it looks good. But went ahead, did a little frame skip there just to save some time on the cleaning. But now I'm gonna add pink and a more bright red there with some paint thinner, and then I'm just gonna mix those up, which comes out is a really, really cool color. Right there, it looks really pink, but I think that's just the pink that was
at the bottom that didn't get mixed in. But once it actually gets on there, the color is very vibrant in person. I don't think the camera's gonna do it any justice, but definitely really cool. Right now all I'm doing is using that pink to kind of get on the wings, kind of more of that fleshy part of the wings in between the, I guess, bone. Alright, so we'll go ahead and watch this for a minute. Alright, so now that I finished the wings, all I'm going to start doing is working on the back fin. I also forgot to mention that the little tendrils, like hair on the back of the head, I also did the tips pink as well, just because I thought it looked really nice. Here we go again, just adding some extra color to it. But wanted to make sure I went all the way down the spine, and then I'm going to add some pink down over here on the end of the tail. And then I'm going to go ahead and go kind of make sure everything looks good on the tail, looks more, and bring that up. And kind of once I look at it here, just go over, add a little more, and then I'm going to start working on the fins on the bottom of the arms, adding some pink to those, just making sure it all kind of comes together there. And then I decided that I kind of wanted to do the backs of the hands and the feet also pink, just because I thought it looked really cool. Honestly, I didn't go with any real artwork on how Galazeth actually looks. I just thought he was a really cool mini figure, so I went ahead and got him so I could paint him. But right now I'm working on the chest part, the little chest plate underneath, to add some pink into there. And here I'm just adding more pink to the feet, just kind of make it pop more. But I think all in all the different little layers of pink definitely bring out that purple and make it look really cool. So that's what we got so far. But yeah, so next we are going to move on And here we are again, but this time I have the paintbrushes, a little paper plate there with a water cup. But right now we're going to start working on the nails, adding black paint. And freeze there. There we go. So go ahead and watch while we paint those, and then I will go ahead and get back to you guys. Alright, so right here all I'm doing is just inspecting the toenails, making sure everything's good. But now I'm just going to start working on the little spikes at the end of the wings. And I'm just going to go ahead and do these black as well to kind of match the toenails. But I'll go ahead and get back to it. Alright, just doing my final inspection. Thumbs up, everything looks good. So next up, we're going to work on the teeth. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of that whiter paint. But before I do that, I noticed that the mouth and the nose holes were purple, so just filling those also in with some black. Make sure it all looks good. Putting some on the roof of the mouth. And get all that done. Looks good. So I believe now we are going to move on to the teeth. Which, one thing I've noticed with painting minis and stuff, for me, the smaller parts are always the hardest. So, you know, your teeth, getting these taken care of. But one thing that I have the most trouble with, and I don't know if that's just a universal thing or not, but painting the eyes of miniatures is one of the hardest things that I struggle with. I don't know if there's just something I can do to improve it, but that is probably one of the few things that I wasn't a huge fan of on this mini, was the eyes, just because it's just 2 yellow dots. But right now I'm going to move forward from that, just because there's not much I can do to fix it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start working on the base. Maybe I'll look into some tutorials on what I can do to help with the eyes. But right now, just gonna add some brown to the base. I know right now it kind of looks slightly weird, but once I get it all figured out, it turned out pretty good. Alright, now we're coming to the end of the brown. Turns out it looks pretty good. Just a normal brown base plate, but right now I'm going to go ahead and grab some of that gray with the paintbrush. Now right now I'm just kind of in the back flattening all of it, just to kind of get it to where it's almost like a dry rub brush on. I know it's not too great for your brushes, but right now I'm just kind of using a bigger brush that I don't use too often when it comes to painting, and adding on some of that gray to kind of give it that rocky look. Sorry if the video keeps jumping. I don't know if that's just something going on in with the time lapse, but yeah, unfortunately I can't fix that, but there it is. Boom. All right, and now we're just kind of doing a little spin. I took that tape off, but this is the final product of the dragon. Hopefully you'll enjoy
Alright, my witches and warlocks, that's all we got for the rest of the video. I'll go ahead and show them off one last time. But yeah, for my first paint video, I think he turned out pretty cool. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty cool. If this is your first time watching and you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. We currently just hit 19 subscribers, which is crazy. Thank you all. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Y'all have a good one.